What's up, YouTube? It's been a week. Haven't did any posts. Was a little sick, congested. So I took a little break. I said I will start posting again and start filming again when I feel a little bit better. So it's Monday. Had the weekend to relax and heal up, and I feel better. In this video, come with me for the ride. We're trucking from Oshawa, Ontario to Scarborough. And that'll be the video. We're just gonna take it out nice and easy here. This whole area is safety, safety, safety. There's safety supervisors and eyes everywhere. And so we're just gonna go nice and easy, nice and slow out of this construction yard here on the south side of Oshawa. Hopefully the views are good. I did a little pre-recording before starting the initial video to see what the views were like, and I think it looks pretty good. I got a concrete truck behind me. On my way down here on the 401 East in Scarborough by Town Center, I literally seen this in the collector lane, a concrete truck just right into the barrier, the steel barrier. Literally went, I guess, his direction of travel, and he was sitting 90 degrees into the barrier and almost came right on the express. Like, he pushed the barrier right out. So that guy was clearly on his phone or fell asleep or something like that. So yeah, pretty crazy. It's a lot of construction going on here. Billions and billions of dollar project. Trucker saying what up? Good old Lake Ontario in the distance there. Okay, give it a nice little stop. All right, nice and easy. I'm just gonna poke my nose out. And the highway's not too far away from here. The exit's like super close. I see that I'm not getting thousands of views, but every day I look, the views are increasing. So when I was sick, I'm like, damn, I gotta get recording. People are starting to like what they see, so I gotta get back on it. So yeah, here we are. So for everyone who's watching, giving it time, giving me the time, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And if you're watching this one, again, I'm so glad you're watching it. Thank you. The camera's a little distorted now. That's not my camera. It's the editing software I'm using. For some reason, in the beginning, it's like discolored for a second, and I apologize. I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. This is 40 on the way in, so I'm just gonna take it easy until I get my way out here. I'm not gonna try to rush at all. So now we say 50, but okay, the 40 is back once we reach the site there. Pick it up a little bit. See if I can get the screen here. Nope, guess not. It's pretty trippy. This is the power plant area. So seeing, you see like the alarm posts, the siren alarms. I guess if a meltdown or an emergency was to happen, they let off the sirens. It's pretty trippy. A nice little roundabout here. Take it nice and wide. Yeah, this video won't be too long. I know people like the views of the highway, seeing the sides and Kingston, 401 East. We don't want East. I got a guy creeping up on me here. Maybe he's gonna try to hammer in front of me, which he probably will, because clearly not doing 50. But it's all good. To each his own. All right. Nice and easy. Okay. Shoot a little wide here. All right. Wow, that guy ripping it on the motorcycle there. That's crazy. I also got my mic hooked up, so the audio is going to be a lot better. We got a truck on the side here, so he's going to hammer past me. And then I got another truck up here that's on the shoulder, on the emergency shoulder, so I'm going to try to get over. All right. Slowly building speed. Love to buy a trailer. I used to have a trailer when I was a kid. My dad had a trailer out in Belleville/Trenton and Wooler Road. I miss those days. I love to buy a trailer and have it set up for my son and my daughter. Instead of camping or a cottage or Airbnb, just have your own little trailer set up. Fire pit, all that good stuff, s'mores. Beside a nice clean lake. You know, I realize I was driving on Friday to pick up a TV. I was all over the place on Friday after work. This BS with this TV that I bought. I kept getting defects and defected models out of the box, broken, dead out of the box. Anyways, I'm driving around and trying to get to where I got to get to. And then I realized, you know what? A lot of the traffic problems that are in Toronto, and I think it don't only apply to Toronto. I think it applies everywhere. The traffic comes from, the majority of it is the newer cars that have the adaptive cruise control. People they signal their way over to the passing lane, turn on the adaptive cruise control, and just sit there and let the car brake and accelerate. And that's why there's traffic in Toronto. I realized, I was on a dip coming down, and then the bottom of the dip, it rapidly goes up, just past Western Road, 401 and Western Road in Toronto. And you can see on the horizon, and like the gradual up on the highway and the passing lane, every single car had that exact same distance from each other. Other than like the one or two cars where people that are in a rush, they don't realize, they're just literally right on the bumper. But I realized, every single car was just spaced out so perfectly, and in unison. It was crazy. And it's Friday evening rush hour. People got to get somewhere, but passing lanes for passing, getting around, and people that got to get somewhere. So I think that's the problem with Toronto traffic. And again, not just Toronto, but I would say majority of the problem everywhere. But it's this adaptive cruise control on these newer cars. I have it, and I use it, but not in the passing lane. I use it like when I'm out of the city, like in these areas. Like if I'm driving to Montreal, or if I'm driving anywhere out of the city, or the road around me, I use it when the traffic's not so busy around me. That's when I'll use it. But when it's rush hour and you're using adaptive cruise control, and these people, for sure, they have the adaptive cruise control on, and they're on their phone. The car's doing the braking for them, so they really don't care. They really don't care about getting to where they gotta go. They really don't care about driving, or if you're progressively gonna get somewhere, stay in the middle lane, then turn that on. Leave the passing lane open. Like, there's no need for it to be all caked up with you just chilling on your brand new iPhone 16 Pro. There's no need for it. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents of the traffic issues of the city of Toronto here. So this area is a little sketch. It's always been for me. It's not too bad right now, but this merge lane, this on-ramp here, if there's a bunch of cars, they'll get right over right away. They won't ride it out, and then you have this guy and then another person merging here late. So you got to really analyze this area here. It's very dangerous. I just let it off, and I was just watching there, but it wasn't too bad. Changed the angle to the lens to the shot to ultra, or not ultra wide, just wide. So I think I'm picking up some way better footage than the standard view, the standard recording view. So yeah. Yeah, if you have, you can comment in the comment section let me know what you think, why the traffic is so bad. Like, my 2 cents was the whole adaptive cruise control. You can comment in the comment section and let me know what you think, and give me the reasons why you think the traffic is so bad on the 401 and or other cities. The most common things that you see. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to read it. See, a beautiful trailer. It'd be so awesome to have a trailer. That's pimped out. Look at that, like, extends out on the side. Big screen TV inside, leather couches, granite countertops, all that beautiful stuff with that trailer right there. Such a beautiful day. I think summer is officially here now. Alright, we just got this guy. He's not really speeding up. His merge lane is coming to an end, so just take it easy. Check if there are anybody else straddling behind. Nobody. Just let him merge. I'm carrying a machine, a 60-foot articulating boom. So I have some weight. We're just gonna take it easy. There's no need for me to bully it. I don't own the lane. So I'm gonna share the road. You see some truckers, they don't even let anyone merge. You know, they're fully loaded. And they know the person's ahead of them and their lane is coming to an end, and they will literally just, yep, no. Oh, MTO scales open. They're doing their checks. I guess they caught wind of that concrete truck down in Scarborough there. Let's see if it's still there when we get down there. Maybe the wreck masters have cleaned it up. They're pretty good at their job. But we're gonna see now. Yeah, if they caught wind of an accident, you know, they're gonna check out some trucks, check people's logs. All right, so this guy's in no rush and he's going really slow. I'm gonna try to get around him when I get an open window here in the center lane. So I'm gonna check over here, nobody. Monday. All right. Yeah, we got a bus, a tour bus. Let the tour bus pass, and then I'm gonna get into the center lane here. Let everyone know that's on the approach. That's not me. All right. Get on over, nice and easy. Now, this is Whitby. Whitby's pretty awesome. They got that brewery called Town Brewery. Man, oh man, those guys know what they're doing there. Delicious. I think we passed the exit to go to town. It's on the south side of Whitby. One of my favorite places in Ontario, Town Brewery. Good vibes, all middle class, hardworking people there on the weekends. Got a live band going, delicious beers. It's a really, really good place. All right, so now I'm gonna move back over. Because that guy, he's way back there. And everyone in this lane is, as I can see, it got his solid 100 kilometers going on an hour. Oh, I got another 2 cents. I remembered now. Mike, I'm going to talk about this in my next video. I realize there's a lot of dudes, a lot of married people. You know, husbands have all the best intentions in the world, and don't get me wrong. They want to keep their family safe. So what they do is, everyone, you know, to keep their family safe, they go out and buy a van. Nothing wrong with that. They buy a van and they put their wife in it. Their wives clearly are overwhelmed with driving a van, and they never get used to it. I would imagine some women, you know, they adapt and they get confident and they feel, you know, they start driving a van. They have no fear. But I believe there's a lot of women out there, they never feel confident in the large vehicle. The van or the larger vehicle that their husbands put them in it's always overwhelming to them. So in that aspect, they drive slow, very slow. They're on the highway. Everyone's doing 120, 110 in the car. They're either in the passing lane or the center lane, and they're doing less than 80. They're afraid. And then on the normal roads where it's 50, 60, 50, they're doing 40, creating traffic and creating dangerous situations. I don't understand. Like, you know, that's why they have road tests. You know, let a husband and a wife, when they're doing a road test, let them both drive the vehicle, and then that way, you know, maybe if you're if a van is too overwhelming for a female driver, it doesn't have to be female. It could be anyone. A van could be anybody, right? If you're too overwhelmed in the vehicle that your partner is asking you to drive, then get something smaller. You know, a little crossover like this Jeep right here, right? It's so dangerous. Like, you shouldn't be operating something that you're not confident in driving and you don't feel comfortable in. You know, you're nervous, you're on edge. It's not good for yourself and the people around you. So yeah, that's another 2 cents that I have with what I noticed on the roads. Like, people in vehicles that they're just not comfortable in. And again, if you made it this far in the video, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know what you think. Like, my wife bought a van. We don't have the van anymore because some idiot smashed into 5 cars, and my wife was one of the last cars to get hit in this 5-car pileup. Some drug dealer dude in Dufferin and Finch. But anyway, this is another story. But my wife had a van, and in the beginning, you know, because it was new and it was large, and my wife didn't really understand, you know, she didn't really know her van and her surroundings. She was a little cautious, but she adapted, you know, started to drive it normally, you know, just overall confident in her ability to drive a van, and did feel safe in it, and, you know, maneuvered drove and maneuvered as she was supposed to. You know, she never felt overwhelmed in it. You know, whenever she had to reverse, she would just take her time. You know, it's not that she was just overwhelmed. She just realized, okay, wait, I'm in a van. I'm much bigger, so I need to give myself more space and more time to get it parked in reverse. Vaughan Mills, tight parking lots, that kind of stuff. But, you know, she operated the van beautifully. Again, my 2 cents. Via rail. Maybe one of the next times we travel out of the city, my wife said we should try the train, because she took the train and she said it was pretty proper, relaxing, just chilled out, social media, movies on the iPad, and the trip, it felt like the time just went right by. It didn't feel like a road trip. It just felt like, you know, hanging out, and then boom, she was in Montreal. Hey, Jax. I just want to say, these dark times, Israel and Iran, they're shooting missiles at each other, so God bless the families, both in Israel and Iran. Stop fighting. It's unnecessary for some religion or for some oil money or whatever it is, and there's no need to be blowing each other up. So God bless all the families in Israel and Iran right now. Please stop fighting. Ceasefire. Sit down in a room and work out your problems. There's no need to be bombing each other. We don't need to be bombing each other. We don't need to be fighting. Us as humans, we're highly intelligent. We've come a long way in our technology and our way of communicating. We've got a good idea of how we function and how we do things, and there's no need to be blowing each other up. Together, we can figure things out and live in better peace and better harmony. So, again, God bless the families out in Israel and Iran. Stop fighting. Rolling up on Pickering, Ajax to Pickering, and then Scarborough. And the condos are just going up all over the place on the south side here and the north side, right off the highway. All kinds of condos. See something on TikTok. I think Donald Trump's in Calgary, Air Force One. Someone has the footage of the Air Force One, I think, landing, and then all these like military style, like these quad choppers surrounding Air Force One. It's pretty sick. I can't wait to go home and like watch some other footage on that. But I'm in Calgary, Air Force One in Calgary today. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but I seen it on TikTok when I was eating my lunch there, a half-hour break. Shout out to Coco and Mel. That's their crib over here. Love you guys. Did they take that down? There was a tunnel we passed. I don't know if they took it down, but it was a tunnel. It was a walkway bridge over the highway. Apparently, that is the longest pedestrian bridge in the world. I couldn't believe it. I figured some European or Japan or some other country like that would have that kind of record. But apparently that is the longest pedestrian bridge tunnel in the world. It goes from, I think, the mall to the GO station. And there's a lot of pedestrians that use that tunnel. We're now quickly getting out of Pickering and getting into Scarborough on the morning side. See, as I drive, I check my mirrors a lot, but I'm also looking at my load. You never know. No, I check the hood on the machine and all that, but I always just take a look at the chains, whatever I can see in my mirrors. I just take a quick look at what my load looks like, because again, you never know. Chain could pop off, or for whatever reason, anything could happen. Anything's possible, right? A little gap somewhere that maybe I wasn't aware of, and you hit a bump, and that little gap creates a friction, and maybe sometimes chains could pop. It's happened a couple of times in my career. So again, I'm always looking and checking, like just always checking in front of me and around what's going on. Always keeping the situation in check. It's a nice little condo coming up here. Pretty cool. Probably noisy as hell being beside the high, like that close to the highway, but kind of like it. Nice little Honda S2000 here right beside me. Beautiful little machine. It's awesome that things like 25, 26 years old. I could be wrong by a year or two, but see a vehicle that's more than 20 years old, no rust, just putting down the highway still. Pretty awesome. I really hope the mic is picking up great audio. Let's see here if they're still cleaning up that concrete truck that I seen on the way in. It could be, because it's pretty scarce here in these eastbound express lanes, but we're slowly coming up on it, and you'll see if they're still peeling him off of the guardrail. So yeah, that guy clearly doesn't belong on the road. You're smashing a truck like that. Okay, maybe if his tire blew out and then you lost control, but again, like if your tire's blowing out, or you have a truck that's like sitting, you're almost flipping it to the opposite direction, like you clearly did something wrong. There's no need for that. You do not belong on the road. Pre-trip, post-trip, you should be checking your tires and giving your engine a look, your suspension. Should be checking some things, not go over everything maybe, okay? But you should be cracking the hood and giving your tires a slap with a hammer. You should be checking these large vessels we drive. We got families, like thousands, hundreds of cars passing, and people's moms, dads, families, all in these cars. There's no need for you to put them at risk. So you should be checking your truck and not end up in a concrete wall or a guardrail, a steel guardrail. You're going to see it's coming up. You'll see they probably have the passing lane on the westbound side. They probably have it blocked off because they got to do repairs, because this guy literally almost came right through the guardrail when I was coming down. Like pretty intense. Excuse me. So I gotta exit the next exit from the express to the collector. I'll be exiting on Warden. I'm pretty sure it will be Warden. It might take me down Kennedy. If Warden's too busy, I'll take it. I get to my yard, see what kind of day, if I'm gonna have a late day. Maybe I'll film another YouTube video. Proper chaining techniques on the next unit that I pick up. Loading and chaining. You see how I'm giving, because I'm loaded, I'm giving myself like a safe gap, you know, a few lanes. Like, see that guy's on his brake. He's tapping his brake. He has nobody, does he have one person in front of me? So I guess it's the person in front of him, you know, and they're just maintaining, yeah, so look, see the big mess here? This is that concrete truck. So yeah, I think it's right over here, right beside this Toyota plant here. So they already have them peeled off. So yeah, there he is. He went right through that guardrail right there. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you didn't, but look at that. Look what he's caused. You know, put the phone down. Watch what you're doing. You have a silo full of wet concrete. Now that whole truck's probably garbage because that concrete's starting to harden up, I would imagine, about now, and it's a pretty warm day. And look, all these people are late. These truckers, maybe half of them French Canadian, trying to get closer to home. You know, people trying to get somewhere, trying to get to work. And look, you messed it up for everyone. Pretty crazy. Now it's a little bit busy here, so I got to get over. So I have an opportunity right now. There's a car making a lane change, but he's much further back, and he's well aware of what I'm doing. Because of my ramps, they got signal lights, double signal lights. So I got signal lights that are like about 5 feet high, and then I also got signal lights that are right on the bottom of the trailer ramp. So I love it. The double sets of lights of braking and signal. All right, we're just gonna hang out right here. See, that trucker just let me in. He's just chilling out. He's in no rush, driving safely just like myself. All right, so this guy, I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna check from behind him here on the. If anyone else is merging, we're good. Can we just pass Kennedy Road, Scarborough? Rest in peace, Bishop Gante. Glamorgan, Antrim, Dundalk, Section 6. We'll go Morgan all day. Again, rest in peace, Bishop Brigante. Missed the summers, the late 90s and the early 2000s, and summers in 6 Glamorgan, and Bishop would be freestyling. Sometimes I'd bump into them till 3 to 5 in the morning, freestyling, rapping, getting off the bars. It was like, the way he would rap, you'd be tired and see him rapping, and the way he would rap would instantly wake up. So amazing to watch. Anyways, hearing that he just passed from colon cancer, God bless him, and God bless his soul, God rest his soul, and bless his family. It sucks that he passed away. Such a great person. I didn't really hang out with him, as we all moved out and got out of the hood and went our separate ways, and didn't really hang out with him. Communicated here and there on social media, but so I got the advance. I'll just make sure I watch over here because I gotta go wide a little bit. All right, because you never know. I'll go nice and easy here in my lane. Trailer cleared. All right, Warden South. Look at all the traffic from one concrete truck. Crazy. What a goof. I guess people are getting off and going around, taking Ellesmere, probably Lawrence, straight down to the end. Try to get around that mess. Gotta watch here my speed because this truck picks up speed pretty quickly. This Peterbilt 567 for an automatic. Once it gets higher up there in the gears, and she really starts going. So I'll set the cruise. Just gonna watch here. It's a little sketch here. The lane's a little narrow on this side here. So when you see that. And then look at situations like that, that's why it's sketch. You got people turning there, just jumping in. See, it's very, very sketch. So you just got to keep your eyes peeled, take your time, drive her safe. You got to work an extra hour, half hour. Don't rush. Just be safe. Just working that extra half hour. And being in one piece, not putting yourself at harm or anyone else, why not? Just don't rush. Don't be like the concrete truck guy. And take up the whole highway for half of the day. Oh, yeah. Yesterday was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Little short YouTube short. Little history of my dad and a little dark history. Yeah, sure it was a little dark, but it's what happened. And it's in my heart every time I have Father's Day. I'm a little bit more happier these days because I'm a father myself now, and I am alive, and I lived longer than my father has lived. But if you want to check out that short, happy Father's Day, everyone. Belated Father's Day. So my video's coming to an end soon. I'll take you down Warden, and then I'll wrap it up. And hopefully you like what you've seen. And again, if you made it almost to the end of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If I sound like a broken record, and I've spoken about this before, when you got the dash cam, like these days, if you're inside a major city, you must have a dash cam. Especially if there's a lot of crazy drivers around you in your city, you must have a dash cam. And not even in a city, like, period, have a dash cam. They cost $100. Get a good SD chip, one that's like weatherproof. You put them in so they don't fry in the heat or condensate in the cold. They'll still function properly. The extreme SD cards, and they're just great. They cover your ass. You know, if somebody cuts in front of you and jams on the brakes, some little tiny Honda, and I'm in a larger truck, or your personal car. Like, show it to a cop and your insurance company. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be on the better side of things. Now, I've heard horror stories of people not being, but I mean, that's your misfortune. My bad. I'm sorry that happened to you, but for the most part, I would imagine that the footage you surrender, you're not going to be at fault. You're going to be on the better side of the situation. My truck's a little dirty. The windshield, I got the bug graveyard, all the dead bugs on in the dirt. We've been so busy that I haven't had time to give my baby a nice bath, but eventually we'll get to it. Little Middle East. We get a craving for a shawarma every single time we pass through this intersection. Shout out Jojo and Alina. Jojo showed me the sumaks and the Aleppos and the originals. Pretty much life of a trucker. From one point to another, one trip to the next, and approach it always in the same way. And treat every day like it's your first day. Don't get too comfortable. Don't rush. Don't push. Don't bully the lanes. Every single trip, just approach it the same way. And again, you'll come out on the better side of things 99% of the time. The second you start to slip and you get too confident and start becoming a bully, have fun. You're at the mercy of the OPP, the MTO, and any other government party that is involved with. If you get yourself in sticky situation with driving one of these rigs. Ay, ay, ay. Next time I come back to the yard, I'll take another route. I won't take Warden. I'll take Kennedy, so that way you get another view of Scarborough, approaching the south side of Scarborough, getting into the bottom area here. I'll take Kennedy Road next time and come up Eglinton and get back to my yard to give you better views of Scarborough, because my yard is in Scarborough, so a lot of my trips, the ending will be in Scarborough. Eglinton from Warden. Maybe you'll see they've been testing the trains a lot. I don't think it's open yet. No, I don't think it's open, but they've been doing a lot of testing. There's timing and just the whole safety quality control of the Eglinton Crosstown, the RT. I think they're at the final stages, and I think it's actually going to open. Been many years. A lot of stress on people that live on Eglinton and have to use Eglinton to get somewhere. So there's a lot of stress for a lot of people, this Eglinton Crosstown. But again, it's coming to an end. It's at an Apple car, or Google Maps. It's right here, taking video. Now I gotta get over. Anyways, after I make this lane change, my video will come to an end. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, send a comment, drop a like, hit a subscribe. I'll be most appreciated. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Peace.